Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do my thing on it. She hit my line 100 times, I let it ring on it. These niggas must be out their mind, cause I'm the king on it. You know my thing, that's what I bring on it. Cause I'm the king on it. Okay. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I'm too far gone, I probably left a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I just want them dollars, nigga, you can keep the change. Unsatisfied until we on a private plane. I be with them soldiers ready to die over a name. Once that oil hit my head, I never been a
Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
White people. How? As I smoke my peace pipe. White people were invaders. You took our land. Shut the fuck up. What? Shut up. You were actually conquered. It was conquered. Conquered. Not stolen. Conquered. By the way, it wasn't your land. You never civilized. You never made any cities. You didn't make any towns. There was no civilization until these settlers came in and did what white people do best, is settle the land, plow the land, till the land with their blood, sweat, and tears on the Oregon Trail and all of these different ways that they settled the frontier, okay? Despite having dangerous people with the possibility of jumping out of the bushes and scalping them at any moment, okay? So that's actually what happened. So we didn't steal your land. It was conquered, and we actually bought it because white people are nice. We gave you the option, you know what? We'll give you some treaties. You know what? Even though we conquered you, unlike other tribes that would just, evaporate them into thin air, we were like, you know what? You can have your reservations. And in fact, we will give you a check every month. So people, unless they commit a felony, Indians basically can live without having to work. White people. How? As I smoke.
Shalom, YAHANNA, Shalom, Israel. So y'all get in the camera too if you want to. YAHANNA, gosh, y'all get in the camera too. It's why in the camera. You understand? Shalom, Israel, Shalom, YAHANNA, Yahushua, Barak, and thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Yahushua to the sisters. I'm priest and officer 5,000 Kazak Ahmad. I got priest and officer of 1,000 Blackwatch, Trooper Ragasha Allah, Trooper Leviathan, and Trooper Matayah. You understand? It's I.S.U.P.K DC media team. And we are out here on location at Union Station. Union Station has been the site of many protests here in DC. Many veterans and homeless people, homeless veterans, have come to Union Station and in their attempt to protest Donald Trump federalizing the National Guard and bringing them into the city and destroying many homeless encampments and signing the executive order that will make it now illegal pretty much to burn American flags. So we're just out here to scope the scene out and get some good interviews and, see what the veterans themselves say and feel about what's going on. A lot of people are giving their opinions online, but it doesn't seem like anybody's actually asking the veterans and the people that are being impacted by this. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get some good opinions. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. You understand? Like and share everything that you see. There's going to be some more exclusive content coming out a little bit later. All right, shalom.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Blackwatch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
No sound, General. No sound. No sound.
Maya, can you hear us?
I can hear you now, sir.
Rakatha Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, stand by. We're here, clap it up. We're here, man. Commanding General YAHANNA is on deck. Commanding General YAHANNA will be here shortly. We're here with General Hazayan. I'm sorry, General Maya. General Hazayan. Officer Marab. Officer Yediah. Officer Spad. Officer Matamyar. And the lovely sister Sawanar. Who's in here tonight. We're getting it on. We're rocking it out. We're telling you the truth. Right here, no lies can live in the Israelite school of UPK. We're going to speak about Donald Trump and the crimes that Donald Trump commits against humanity. Donald Trump is a cruel, cruel, evil man. Hombre odioso. He is an absolutely hateful man, Donald Trump. And we're going to have more proof of that tonight. Of course, he just today announced that he's going into Chicago to stop the crime in Chicago. Something he wasn't concerned about stopping on January 6th, Maya.
Right.
He wasn't concerned about that. Sending the Navy SEALs into Chicago to fight 13-year-olds with handguns in Chicago. Commander General YAHANNA will be going into that, as well as the Third World War, as well as your questions. You can type them into the chat room. The brothers will answer your questions online. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to raise up the kingdom of Christ, and we're going to defend the poor, something that is not popular and never has been popular.
Right.
To defend the poor, to defend the immigrants, to defend the weak and the children of this world that have no protection against the rich and powerful. But Commanding General YAHANNA raises up heroes to defend the people that have no defense. We're going to speak about that tonight. We're going to get it on Officer Yediah. Whenever you're ready, you break down the first story. Yediah, we're missing some story that I'm missing, like about the Kai Sinet or about that world or Kai Sinet is some cat. What about the one when he was in there with Ray J getting in the shower with him? I think we missed that. It was some nasty business that Commander General YAHANNA is not going to like. Oh, wow. some cat, I saw the video, Hans. Ray J was, I don't know if he was pretending or joking to get into the shower with some child.
Well, he was talking about in the interview doing it, and he didn't see what's wrong with different sexuality and different things. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Where did this come from?
I don't know how old Kai Sinet is, but he seems like a child.
Really?
Ray J is a grown man, and there's some video the brother sent me where he's pretending to get into the shower with this child. I don't know if it was funny or what people think it is, but here we go.
How you gonna pretend? I'm looking like pretend. I hear you, homie. Yeah. I'm gonna get his ass.
That's what I'm going to
Look. I was just kidding. Look.
joke. Listen, I don't know nothing about that, Hines.
Yeah, homie.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
That's
man.
it. Oh, man. Your daddy just pulled it up.
Yeah. My left hook going to be a pretend, too. The left hook, the uppercut, the elbows. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Well, anyway, we'll go into that story. You want to do it later or whenever you want to do it, you die. There you go. All right. We ready to rock, right?
Yes, sir.
You die. Your choice of story. You got it.
Con, sir. Trump implied DC black men are born criminals and his team didn't even blink.
Let's say, I think Commander General YAHANNA wanted to go into this one. All right. So we'll save that one if it's all right. Give me another one, please.
Con, sir. DEA stopped black man at airport for looking suspicious, took his cash, then let him board. Now a federal court says they must pay him back more than double.
You hear that?
About goddamn time.
Yeah, I mean, about time. About time. Damn, I think this one Commander Juliana wanted to go into as well. Am I forgetting that? Am I remembering that wrong? Udiah? To my memory, these are some stories that Commander Juliana wanted to get down on. This is a hell of a story where this brother was trying to get on a plane. He had the nerve to have some money in his pocket. They, of course, thought that was a crime. They thought it was a crime to have money in your pocket. They took the money for no reason, and then now a court ruled he had to give them, the federal government had to give him back double. Lord be with him in getting that money from the federal government.
Yeah.
That could take 8 years to get it back. And then, of course, they decide not to give it back to him. But, of course, this is the common treatment that blacks and Hispanics have here in America, which is why I don't understand why you would want Donald Trump to stop the crime in your community. I don't get how you think that will end up good for you, seeing that this government constantly harms you under the guise of helping you.
Right.
They always say they're going to help you,
right,
but before you know it, these law enforcement agencies are shooting the very people that they're sent to protect.
Right.
I don't understand. Maya, go ahead.
And then half of the government is telling Donald Trump and his administration that what they're doing is illegal. You're doing crimes. Like, this is an administration committing crimes, doing what they want and committing crimes, yet he gonna feed to us. He's sending his troops in to stop crime. It's ridiculous.
It makes no sense. Anyone that wants Donald Trump to stop the crime in Chicago is a goddamn coon. Is a steppin' fetch it old school coon and Uncle Tom. That's the only person that would say, yes, Donald Trump, come into my ghetto and stop crime while I give up all my tax dollars to give the police to do it. While I pay 25% of my check to the city to stop crime, you come into my ghetto and stop crime, even though you know Donald Trump is the reason for crime, is the reason for chaos. Let's see what happens, all right? But I would like to know what preacher is out there welcoming Donald Trump to come into Chicago. And if a preacher is asking for it, my God, what have we been paying tithes to you idiots for 100 years?
Not a damn thing.
I mean, you telling me, where's Chicago? Get somebody from Chicago to come in this show, please, if I could. Because I would love to hear a Chicago preacher who has been getting money because he has the answer to the black problem. He has the solution to what black people need to change their lives. And then he's been getting tithe money from it for 100 years. Donald Trump says he's coming with the Navy SEALs. He says, good. Coming here with the tanks. Well, what in the F have we been paying you for? What are preachers getting paid for? What are the police getting paid for? There's so many people getting money highs and not working for it. This is what Paul said. Paul said, if you do not work, you cannot eat. That's what Paul said. If you don't work, you can't eat. Are you telling me Chicago preachers are saying that they welcome Donald Trump to send Marines into Chicago? Well, what in the hell are you eating for? Are you telling me that the Fraternal Order of Police in Chicago welcomes the military to come and do their job? Well, then why in the hell are we paying cops? There are so many people, Mayak, eating and not working. And everyone should know about them. If you need the army to solve your crime problem, then the police are eating and they're not working. If you need the police to solve your crime problem, then the preachers, the reverends, the religious leadership have been eating and not working. Right. And I want to know why. I want to know what in the hell have they been doing with the money then, Mayak?
Well, just briefly, and they make us think, they always been feeding us all our lives, essentially, like you just said. You need to, if you want to get something, you got to work. You got to work. Get off welfare. Pick up your bootstraps. All that mess they've been feeding to us. When now in these last days, we finding out that white people have been getting welfare forever. Like the people that we look up to and like they so benefits people in the suburbs. People in the suburbs. I've read a report where people in the suburbs were first in what we are in now called the ghetto. And then they were given funds, the whole redlining thing. Then they were given funds to move into the suburbs, was given subsidized money, grant money, all type of money so they could move into suburban areas and create gated communities and all that. And that's when they start pushing us into the ghettos. You understand? So white people, they don't have all they have because they worked so hard, because they picked up their bootstraps, and because they worked so hard and gained it. Their government gave them money, and they moved into these good neighborhoods, so-called, in these suburban areas from government money. You understand? They had a big help, welfare. That's how they got there. And then look at us. When we fighting to get out, we think we got to work hard for it, and we work hard, and we come up too, working hard. But they make us think that everybody else did it on their own, so you do it on your own, when you can't get what they got without having free slave labor 500 years, without getting government grants and welfare. That's how white people got where they are. They ain't work hard like we work hard. I yield.
Right,
right. He telling the truth.
Yes, sir. And them preachers, man, them so-called pastors, the cats with the now and later shoes and the funny colored suits.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get Ezekiel 13:4. Because they wear them suits and them shoes for a reason. Y'all don't even peep game. That's that slick stuff. Them suits and them shoes is what pimps wear when they pimping out the hoes. You understand what I'm saying? And they pimping you out. And the Lord called them out on what they doing, man. And you got to understand what's going on, what the Lord trying to bring to you, man. You got it for me, warrior? Read out.
Come, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Come on.
Oh, Israel.
Oh, Israel, so-called black and Hispanic Native Indians. You are the Israelites according to the Bible. You understand? They're in the South, from the North, South, Central America, the Caribbean islands, the rest scattered throughout the earth. Read.
Come, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
You know a fox is slick. You can't really catch a fox. He know how to move in and out without being seen in court. That's your pastors. That's your preachers. You understand me? That's them cats in them suits they wearing. Them stick behind shoes, them suits they wearing. That's them. They like foxes in the desert. Go ahead, brother.
Come. Ye have not gone up in the gaps.
Stop. You have not gone into what?
In the gaps.
The gaps is the ghetto, the barrio, and the reservations. You have not gone into the gaps. You ain't going to where we at. Trying to show up where we at. Trying to clean up where we at. Putting programs back in there to get us cleaned up and get us right. You ain't doing that, man. But you are wearing them suits, though, General.
Forget about it.
You get them suits. You got that building fund for $1 million to get you a new building. Governor O'Donnell went and bought a jet. Governor O'Donnell got a church so big, he got 2 or 3 blocks. You know what I mean, for his church. That's what you paying these cats for. But they ain't coming to the gaps. They not in the ghettos. The barrios, the reservations. Trying to fix us as a people. They ain't doing that, man. They let people come into the church and talk about you, black man. Barack Obama is not a brother. He's an African. He's not us. And you let them come into the church and say, we got to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, man. Shame on you, man. Shame on you and what you did to us. And that happened to us, man. Keep on reading.
Come. Neither made up for the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
That's what we need. We need a hedge of protection around us, man. To stand up in a battle. We're in a battle right now. And the only hedge we got to keep you safe is the I.S.U.P.K, man. That's your hedge. That's your protection. Because the pastors, they ain't doing the job. They ain't doing nothing, man. They want to get that money from you, though. I'll tell you that much.
God.
And your woman, that if you are unequally yoked, you ain't got to be with him no more. You can roll out. I never forget one time, my neighbor, one of my neighbors, I know he was beefing with his red, and I'm walking across the street, seeing him talking to some guy. I was walking, and I heard him say, you know what, sister? If you unequally yoked, you can leave. I stopped and said, what? I looked at him, looked at her. I said, let me keep on going. But I couldn't believe he said it. Out of his mouth, I said, you got to be kidding me, man. Who is this cat? And they ended up breaking up. And when I talked to the brother, he told me he caught her in the house with a neighbor, XYZ, and he rolled out. Living a good life now while she was in hell. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't doing the job of the Lord, man.
Right.
They not. They ain't for the people. They for themselves. That's why I said they slick foxes in the desert. They slick as hell getting that money, man. I yield, sir.
And then, like you said, how they ain't doing the job. But I tell you who is doing the job. Commander General YAHANNA is doing the job. The I.S.U.P.K is doing the job. General Mahayaman, General Hazayan, all the generals of the I.S.U.P.K, the captains, we doing the job. So if you're looking for somewhere to send your money, send them to where it's supposed to go. We are the house of God. You understand? We are the truth. We are doing what the Bible says. We are using the tithes and your funds and your monies and your donations. We using them to build this nation and to prepare for what's coming so we can get the hell out of here. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. That's what we doing. You want to know where to send your money? Send it to us, man. Send it to the I.S.U.P.K. Pay your tithes. Send your donations. You got some big case money. You looking at what to do with it. Oh, man, I got it now. I didn't hit the lottery. Y'all hit this damn lottery out here. I think they just won all the damn money recently. So the next one y'all win it, send that money on in. Cut that thing in half, send it on in. The Commander General YAHANNA does what's right with the money. You understand? He does what's right. Pay your tithes is going to the right place. And I notice a lot of times Israelites look at tithes. They don't look at it like eating pork and shrimp and being a sodomite. It's like I can hold back with these tithes. I know I ain't paid them in a couple months, but I'm trying to get myself together. Nigga, but you'll never say I only eat pork on the weekend. You never say I'm only a sodomite on Fridays. You never say that. You understand? If you don't say that, then don't neglect your tithes, because the same God that said don't be a sodomite, he said the same God that said don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and don't be a sodomite, he said pay your tithes. 10% of any increase that you get. So send that money in, man, so we can build. You see how Donald Trump moving. You see how America moving. Nazi Germany, the South then rose up again. We've been warning you for years and years and years that the South is fighting to get back in charge. Nazism is fighting to get back in charge. And now you got a full-out German Nazi as your president. And all his advisors, because Donald Trump is ignorant. He ain't smart enough to think of all the things that he's doing that's so evil. He just okays them. But all his advisors around him, the old ex-Klan members and all that with suits now and old funny haircuts and toupees now, they advise Donald Trump. And they telling him what to implement, what to do. Let's do it fast. And he okaying everything. This is who we fighting against. The South, Nazi Germany then rose again. I yield, sir. Shalom.
Yeah, man. Well said. But General Mayak and General Hazayan are saying so true. It's so true. The key to good government is to give a good man good money.
Right.
You have to do it. You don't want to do it, but right now you give evil men good money. And now here we are, where preachers are asking for Donald Trump to send the Marines to do a job that you've been paying preachers, politicians, and police officers to do for 100 years. You're already paying someone to stop the crime. You're already doing it. They're called reverends, preachers, and police officers. And you've been paying them for 100 years. They've taken every cent, and then they say, Donald Trump, come stop the crime. What in the hell were we paying you for?
Right.
Some names in the chat room of some preachers who asked for Donald Trump to come into Chicago. Wow. Have you seen them, Marab? They're right in the chat room. Some Chicago reverends, preachers. I would love to see their churches, to see how big these churches are. And I remember when that Louis Farrakhan, that's where he's based at, Mayak Haas. I remember him going on the Breakfast Club, Mayak is saying, I love Donald Trump. I remember it like it was yesterday. I love Donald Trump because he's going to come in and do everything that we told you they were going to do. People like him are going to be so happy to see white military men beat up children. They're going to love it. I don't know if y'all know this about preachers and reverends, right? Preachers, reverends, and police officers, I'm going to try to help you to understand their mind. They see the worst part of Black and Hispanic people. Cops see drug addicts, drug dealers, criminals, thieves. Reverends, preachers, they see young men with their pants sagging. Remember that, Maya?
Yeah.
Oh, them sagging pants.
Yeah.
They wanted you to be shot in the head over those sagging pants. Young man with your pants sagging. Look at you with your pants sagging. Reverends, police officers, because they see the worst of black people, over time they begin to think that they are above and better than other black people.
Yes, sir.
They consider that they're not even black anymore. That there's some elevated thing closer to white people. And poor people are just niggers. With their pants sagging, out there wearing hoodies. That's how the IUIC. The IUIC hate black men. They look at them like they're just criminals, dirty, with pants sagging, out there getting much polygamy, having sex out of wedlock. They hate us. The rich hate the poor. So when they hear about Donald Trump bringing Marines into Chicago, they're going to thank God for it. Because for years, they have wanted to see somebody beat up the brothers on the corner. They want it. They can't stand walking by you with your sagging pants and your on the street corner with no job. You ever hear the IUIC talk about a black man with no job, Haas?
Yep.
They sound just like preachers.
Yep.
You ain't even got no job trying to get a woman.
Yeah.
You don't even have a job.
Yeah.
Hanging out on the street corner. They want a tank to beat you up and run you over, and they want you to be hurt because they think that you embarrass rich, affluent black people. They're going to welcome the Marines to come into Chicago to hurt you because they hate you, because rich black people hate poor black people. You have the names I asked for?
And I'm in general, you remember when they made that video and said, if there's a reward for you niggas out here, I'm going to get that reward. I'm going to turn you in. I am snitching. I'm going to get that reward because they believe you just a bunch of grimy Negroes out here, and we in the IUIC is so elevated, and we are close to the master, and you are indignant, and they think they so bougie.
The IUIC think that they are better than poor black people in the ghetto. They just like preachers. Preachers think that they are better than you. You have the name I asked for? What's the name? What's the name of the preacher?
Sir, it's Corey Brooks.
Corey Brooks. What's the name of his church? Is it in there? Yes, Corey Brooks is a preacher, the brothers are telling me, Maya, who wants Donald Trump to send the Marines into Chicago. Marah.
New Beginnings Church.
New Beginnings Church. Corey Brooks of New Beginnings Church wants the Marines to hurt 13-year-old boys who have been molested in church. And so because of that, now they're criminals in the street. Show me New Beginnings Church. Is that in Chicago? Give me New Beginnings. Let's see. Let's have a look at that church. The Church of New Beginnings.
You know why he get in church if I could, sir? He calling for it until they stop somebody in his family. Until his son gets stopped.
Yeah.
When his son gets stopped, get beat up their head, then he gonna be they gonna be saying something totally different.
The minute some preacher gets pulled up by a cop in his car, we're all gonna have to protest then.
Yeah.
Then all of us are gonna have to get into the streets and protest Target. We're gonna all have to have a big protest. Let me see this church, New Beginnings Church. Let me see how many people go to New Beginnings Church. Look at the size of this goddamn church. And he wants Donald Trump to come do the job that New Beginnings was supposed to do.
That's right.
I thought New Beginnings was going to get out there and change the lives of black people in Chicago.
Yeah.
Have you seen that church Farrakhan has? Oh, it's a cathedral. It's a giant cathedral in Chicago. Giant. So the federal government has to come do it? Yeah, the problem with government, Mayak, is that the problem with government is that you give good money to bad men. Give good men good money, and you're going to have a good government. That is as simple as I could make it for you. That is just the truth. Let me see the inside of New Beginnings Church. Let me see this place, New Beginnings Church, that is begging for Donald Trump to come beat up all of your 13-year-olds in Chicago. He wants the tanks to come down the street in Chicago, kidnap Mexican children out of the hand of their grandmothers, and to go find a 13-year-old boy with his pants sagging and beat him to death. Then look at this place. Why were we paying you, Pastor? What were you supposed to do? Huh? Dip people in water? Baptize people? Speak in tongues? Hashkala baba baba shaba baba? But we need the government to come in and solve the problem of 13-year-olds. Let me tell you Christians something. There's crime in Chicago because you molested too many children.
Yep.
That's why there's crime in Chicago. Because that's what happens. That's what happens when you've been molested. When you've been molested and you grew up in a terrible home with terrible parents, you are going to become a criminal. Let me lay the blame of crime at the feet of who should own it. Religious leaders and our oppressor. Yep. All crime can be traced back to religious leaders and the government. The government cannot stop crime in Chicago because the government started the crime in Chicago. Crime in Chicago exists because of the government. The government leaves boxes of guns on street corners, Haas.
Yes, sir.
Boxes.
Yes, sir.
Commander General YAHANNA talked about this 3 years ago.
Yep.
Boxes of guns on the street corners in Chicago. Before black people were the criminals in Chicago, I want someone to type into the chat room, who were the criminals in Chicago? Before black people became the criminals. Black people have only been the criminals in Chicago, Haas, since the 1970s. Since the 70s. That's when black people became the criminals in Chicago. Who were the criminals in Chicago before that? Chat room. I'm asking the chat room now, Mayak. Let me know when someone types it up. The Italians. Right. Give America is burning a hand. Yep. The Italians. Yep. The Italians were committing all of the crime in Chicago. Have you ever heard of the mafia? Anybody out there? Yeah, the Italian mafia in Chicago. Sammy the Bull Gravano became a federal government informant. He is on every podcast. He's a superstar now. He's on everything. Sammy the Bull Gravano confessed to 18 murders himself. He said John Gotti committed 27 murders. All of them were other Italians. Every last one of them. On the podcast, he said, well, I only killed people just like me, which means other Italian criminals. There is a cat named Roy DeMeo in New York who they say killed 100 people. Do you know how many people Al Capone killed in Chicago? Hundreds of people. Here's my question. Did they ever send the tanks in to stop the Italian gangsters? Did the federal government ever mobilize the National Guard to stop the Italians who were killing one person, killed 20 people? Yep. One person. Yep. And guess what? It was white on white crime, Oz. Yep. It was Italian on Italian crime. No federal government, no tanks, no National Guard. Well, then how did they stop the Italians from committing crime? I want the chat room to answer. How did society, the good government of America, if they didn't send the National Guard to stop Italians from committing crime in Chicago, how did they stop it? Because clearly now the Italians aren't committing crime anymore. The Italians aren't gangbangers anymore. Black people are gangbangers. Instead of the North Side gang and the South Side gang of Chicago, now you have the gangster disciples and the black disciples and the vice lords in Chicago.
Right.
How did Italians stop being criminals? Because maybe we could do the same thing. They didn't send the Marines in to stop them. That I do know.
Right.
So how did they do it? Let me go to the chat room. Let me read this. Hold up. This says Officer Halak Adam. They gave them jobs. Ding, 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 Haas. Give them a hand. You know how they stop? You know how they stop Italians? Do you know how they stop Al Capone, the Italian mafia in Chicago? How many people did Al Capone kill? I'm gonna Google that number for a second. How many people did Al Capone himself have killed? Do you know how they stopped all of that? The labor unions.
Right.
The Masons Union,
Right.
the Construction Union,
Yeah.
the Electrician Union.
Yeah.
They built streets and roads and gave Italians those jobs.
Yeah.
Jobs stop crime, not the Marines. Jobs. How do I know this? History. That's all. You see, I think of black people as human, and that's what gives us the advantage over you. You see, you don't think blacks and Hispanics are human beings, but because I know that blacks and Hispanics are just human beings, I know you can stop crime in the black and Hispanic community the same way you stopped it in the Irish and in the Italian community. You did not send the Marines to stop crime when the Italians were killing 30 people. One man kills 30 people. How many people did Al Capone kill? Please.
On the AI overview, it says Al Capone was directly or indirectly responsible for 200 murders.
One man, Haas. One, not everyone, not all Italians, Mayak. Al Capone was one person. He killed 200 people. One. John, give me how many people did the Bull, what's his name?
Sammy the Bull.
Sammy the Bull kill. He's on every podcast. Every last one. If I turn my phone on, Sammy the Bull Gravano is on it doing an interview. How many people did Sammy the Bull kill? Him alone. One person. When you get it, Mathumya, let me know.
And General, if I could also, too, you know what they did?
What?
The Irish had mobs. They took them Irish mobs and gave them all cop badges. And that's why they make up all the cops. That's why now when you have a parade with the cops or a funeral, they play the bagpipe because they're all Irish. And they was out here being criminal in the gangs the whole nine. Now they police officers now. Control the whole department.
Black preachers, black politicians. Are black people human beings? Hispanic politicians. Are Hispanics human beings? Because if they are, then you can use the same tactics that you use to stop Irish crime and to stop Italian crime. You could use that to stop black and Hispanic crime. You did not send the Marines to stop the Italian gangsters. You sent job grants. You made every Irish person that used to be a criminal, you made them police officers. And you gave them jobs. You made them firemen. You made them cops. You made them the water department. Jobs stop crime, or at least it has worked with everyone except for black people. Why don't you try it with us? Why don't you try it with us? Why don't you consider us humans? If you hate crime, do what you've done in the past to stop crime. How many people have Sammy the Bull Gravano killed?
19, sir.
One man. Sammy the Bull Gravano killed 19 people. He's on every podcast. They didn't send the Marines to stop Sammy the Bull. They didn't send the Marines into Brooklyn and Bensonhurst and in Red Hook to stop the Italians. They didn't send the Marines into Chicago to stop Al Capone.
No.
They just opened up the labor unions, gave them jobs, Hans.
Yes, sir.
Jobs. Jobs. That is how you stop crime. Employment. Am I unveiling a fucking mystery?
No,
this ain't a mystery.
No, it's right.
It's obvious right in front of your face. It's just factual. What I want to understand is why don't you want to do that with us? Oh, you don't really want to stop crime. Oh, now I get it, Haas. Oh, now I get it. You want to hurt us on camera. Now I get it. You need a villain for other white people to be afraid of. You need someone to hurt so that white people can reward you for hurting the people that they're afraid of. Now I get it. Otherwise, I don't understand why stopping crime is so hard when you've done it before. You stop crime in the Irish community. You stop crime in the Italian community. You know how to take an immigrant and turn him into a productive member of society. I know you could do it with the Mexicans because you did it with 3 million Italian immigrants, 5 million Irish immigrants. You brought them in and you gave them jobs. Instead of Instead of forcing them to be outside of society, you made them the police, the firemen, the electricians, the construction workers. I know you could do it because you've done it, but you don't want to do it for us because you don't consider us human beings.
Right.
You preachers out there, why do you want the government to come do a job that you were supposed to do?
Right.
That the police were supposed to do? Because even black politicians, even black preachers don't think that black people are real humans. They don't think it. Mathanya, you holding something for me? Mayak, you want to say anything?
Sir.
Give me those farmers out there. Unless you want to say something, Haas.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, these are people that they do think are human beings, Haas. Oh, I'm sorry. First, give me the farmers, then give me Captain Akkad. We're going to go into Captain Akkad as well, and on a mission that Commanding General YAHANNA sent him to do. I'm sorry, Mariah, you're right. Go to him first. My apologies. Because why? Because the preachers in Chicago, they're wasting your money.
Right.
You've been paying some. About to laugh in my soul. Because you've been paying preachers in Chicago to entertain you.
Yep.
While you have real life problems in Chicago. Yeah. But you were paying a preacher to entertain you. Now here we go. The fields, the fruits and vegetables in the fields are going rotten because there is no one there to pick them, because your politicians are going to starve you simply so that they can satisfy their hatred of Hispanics. You see, Commanding General YAHANNA, he's a good man. So when you give him good money, he does something with it. This is Captain Akkad. Let Captain Akkad tell you about what he's doing. Go ahead, play the video.
Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to be working on the flooring for the sheep quarters. As you can see, the sheep are over here, quartered out. So we stand here, turn to the right, so we're working on the floors. We've already completed a certain amount of footage here. We have a small space here. Right. So when you're looking at these floors here, you may be noticing that they're spaced out about a quarter. Of course, that's because once the weather and moisture gets into the wood, it expands, right? So you don't want the wood to start to press against each other because they'll start to buckle. And of course, you don't want your sheep or your livestock stumbling across. And also, a quarter inches of space is also so their feces and their droppings can fall through the floor. That way, the animals are not chopping through inch worth of feces and getting dirty and getting sick. And that's what they always got to keep in mind, especially when you're herding sheep. Sheep are something that you have to pay very close attention to make sure that they're healthy and they're gaining weight and they're not sick or getting other sheep in the flock sick as well.
Commanding General YAHANNA, he sees a storm as it's gathering. He sees the sign of the times. He sees that there are going to be food shortages and that food is more expensive and that there could come starvation and famine. You know what Commanding General YAHANNA did? He went out and got farms.
Right.
That's all. He went out and got farms. He went out to establish farms because if you give him money, you're giving it to a good man, and he spends it on you. Commanding General YAHANNA sent Captain Akkad, brother, down to the Bahamas to go establish a way for us to get meat.
Right.
And I eat meat, House, damn near exclusively. I only eat an animal that I want to look like. That's what I do. I see an old bull, he all like this shit here. I say, yeah, I want to look like you. I'm eating him. A chicken, you got to be a proud chicken for me to eat you. Like, you got to be the one up there. But I eat an old, a sheep with the horns. He got to have horns. He got to look like he'll knock your ass over. Captain Akkad is out there establishing a way for us to still have protein, for us to have meat. He's out there doing it because Commanding General YAHANNA sees that there could be a need for an alternative food source. He just goes and does it up. What does your preacher do? Talking fucking tongues?
Right.
What is your preacher doing? Dancing? Who's your preacher? Kirk Franklin? Who's that cat that looks just like Nate at IUIC? Is a preacher. He sings. Ty Tribbett. Somebody give me a picture of Ty Tribbett and of Nate. I used to have one in my phone. I put it up on my Facebook account years ago. Ty Tribbett and Nate together. They looking like the same person. Sister Nadia, give her a hand. And her husband, Nishak out of Nashville. They sent me this picture of Nate and Ty Tribbett, who are the same person as far as I can tell, Haas.
Damn, they look alike.
I mean, look, he got the sexy Jesus chest and everything.
Yeah. He look a little more healthier though.
He look like except Ty Tribbett might not have AIDS.
Yeah, he look a little
Besides
more
the AIDS, he doesn't look like native IUIC. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that you've been paying preachers to entertain you. Commanding General YAHANNA, if you're paying him to save your life,
right?
To provide what you need.
Right.
He sent Captain Picard out there to the Bahamas to provide an alternative food source. Just in case we need it, Hans.
Right.
Just in case.
Right.
A little insurance.
Right.
A little something. Just in, you know, you never know, Hans.
Right, that's right, though.
You never know.
Right.
Go ahead and finish the video. If you can find me Ty Tribbett, I know I hate it.
We're going to get it on, man. That's right. Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Is that it? Clap it up for Captain Picard.
Is that Kazak out there with him?
Say again?
Is that Kazak Ahmad out there with him?
Kazak Ahmad, give him a hand. Also, on a side note, somebody give me that picture of Nate and Ty Tribbett together. I remember posting it on Facebook years ago. Sister Nadia sent it to me. Somebody contact Sister Nadia and her glorious husband, Nishak. Nishak out there in Nashville. They gave me this picture of Ty Tribbett and Nate together.
Right.
Sister Nadia and Nishak. We'll get to that in a second. But that's Captain Picard and Officer Kazak Ahmad out there in the Bahamas, man, providing an alternative food source just in case we need it. All right. Go ahead. Who wants to say anything else or move to the next story? I think it was we were going to do the farmers out there begging for welfare. Whenever you have that.
Oh.
You know, am I right? Do you have that story? Okay, go ahead.
This farmer.
Go ahead, brother.
Comic-Con. This farmer explains why they're struggling.
He's going to play the video right now of these white farmers who supported Donald Trump. And now they're begging Donald Trump to give them a handout, to give them welfare, because Donald Trump's policies hurt them and it's going to make them lose their farm. Go ahead. If you're ready, let me know.
My life farming that I still have crop in my bins that I can't sell. Basically, what we're getting out a bushel of corn or a bushel of rice would be like you making $5 an hour and trying to pay your bills at home. Mexico and China are the two biggest rice buyers.
I'm sorry, Hans.
Wow.
This is a white Donald Trump supporter in Nebraska. He owns a gigantic farm. And he makes his money from selling soybeans to China. To China. His whole, I don't know if most of you ignorant white people out there didn't notice.
Yeah.
But China gets all of its soybeans to make soy sauce from Nebraska.
Right.
That's where they got it from.
I think that's up.
You know, tofu. Tofu is soybeans.
Right.
All of the soybeans to make tofu, to make soy sauce, comes from soybeans in Nebraska. And Donald Trump said that he was going to cut off supplies to other countries. He was going to put tariffs on everything that came in and out of this country. And white people, white farmers still voted for him. They still did it. And then the white man is trying to make us understand his plight. He said, well, when I don't get paid money from China because of my soybeans, it's like getting paid $5 an hour and trying to pay your bills. We know exactly what that's like, you devil.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Which is why black people wanted to raise the minimum wage. Yep. Black people wanted to get more money. Yep. Black people wanted, and Hispanics wanted to get a higher pay. But you said we couldn't raise the minimum wage.
Right.
You said we had to pick ourselves up by our own bootstraps. You said you wanted welfare reform. You said you didn't want blacks and Hispanics to receive welfare. Now we're supposed to feel sorry for white farmers who voted for someone to destroy their farm simply because it satisfied your sense of racism. White people in Nebraska, pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Stop begging.
Right.
Stop begging. Stop begging all the time. I don't want to hear you begging. Your farm should close. You white people that made your money from working with China, your farm should close, and you should get out in those fields and pick crops for a better farmer. What I don't understand too, this white man is saying that no one can pick his crops. Where are the white people at to pick those crops?
That's right.
White people wanted to get rid of the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Why aren't white people out there in those fields picking those crops? Where are all you Oxycontin addicts at?
Yeah.
All you Oxycontin addicts, you ain't out in those fields? All of you meth heads, all of you fentanyl users, you need to get your nasty ass in those fields and pick those crops because the crop is in.
Right.
And these laborers. Why aren't white people in the fields picking those crops? They're the ones that wanted the Mexicans to leave. Well, this is what's going to happen, Hans. Once white people lose their farms, they're going to get down there in that field and pick those crops.
That's right.
They're going to have to go get a job.
That's
you
right.
white people who own farms, you need to go out and get a job.
That's right.
You don't need anybody to give you a handout. Get a job.
Right.
Mayak, you want to say something?
Just like you brought it out, General. They said the Mexicans taking all the jobs, right? Now the Mexicans are gone. Now they gone. Get your ass, load them trucks up. Where you white people at in them trucks? Jump in the back of them trucks and go on the fields and get the picket. Get your hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? Are you?
Listen, you white people better get some suntan lotion up. You better go out there and get some suntan lotion, the highest caliber. You better get suntan lotion that's like liquid steel because you're going to need it because you need to get your nasty red ass into those fields and pick the crops. You don't need to own a farm. You're terrible at owning a farm. That's why your farm is failing.
Right.
You need to become a laborer. You need to have a better farmer. Let his farm thrive. You get out there in the fields and pick crops because the Mexicans are gone because you wanted them gone.
Yep.
Go ahead, play the video, Moreau.
Yep.
For the they buy more rice off of. This is the first time in my life farming that I still have crop in my bins that I can't sell. Basically, what we're getting out, a bushel of corn or a bushel of rice, would be like you making $5 an hour and trying to pay your bills at home. Mexico and China are the two biggest rice buyers for the United. They buy more rice off of us than anyone, and when they stop buying rice, we have nowhere to go with the rice. It won't be a trickle down effect. It will.
Ignorant hillbillies. You ignorant, stupid hillbillies. Haas, have you ever heard of Chinese people eating rice?
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar to you? I don't know if you ignorant hillbillies knew this. All of the rice they eat in China comes from America. That's where it comes from. Chinese people are eating American rice. I don't know if you knew this, Haas, but Chinese people eat quite a bit of rice.
Yes, they do.
And it comes from Nebraska. This whole time. This whole time, all of that sushi rice, all of that rice, the rice in China comes from America.
I remember I was going to Chinatown eating. I used to go in there all the time. Then I found out, guess who was in there cooking for them? Yes, I.S.U.P.K. I'm thinking that's Moab. With the flavor and everything, man, it was I.S.U.P.K. in there cooking. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me. They had, and then I found out almost all the restaurants that was big had I.S.U.P.K. in there cooking. All them so-called Chinese dishes. It was I.S.U.P.K. doing that, man. It was I.S.U.P.K. Now they ain't got them no more. What are they gonna do?
It's such an. I would love to talk to some white farmer that voted for Donald Trump when Donald Trump said he was going to do this. He said it. I remember teaching that Donald Trump is going to make all of us starve to death because he's going to kick out all of the people that we need to pick the crops. White farmers. This white man knows that he sells all of his rice to China. He knows that. And he knows that illegal immigrants are the people working on his farm. And he still voted for Donald Trump. Where's the tribe of Gad? Give the tribe of Gad a hand.
Damn right, General.
Let me tell you, the tribe of Gad, put me back up full screen. The tribe of Gad had the best metaphor for white people that I still have ever heard.
Yes, sir.
And it is the story of the scorpion and the fox. This is an old Gadite term, and it's for white people. It's how you should think about white people. I'll tell it to you briefly. This is from, I believe, the Cheyenne, or I'm not sure what tribe. Some of the so-called North American Indians out there can tell me what tribe said this story. But there was a time when a scorpion and a fox were on the shore. And the scorpion can't swim, but the fox can swim. And the scorpion said, listen, carry me on your back and take me across the river. The fox said, I can't do that. You're going to bite me. The scorpion said, if I bite you and you drown, then I'll drown with you. I'm not going to bite you. The fox said, that's true. You're not going to do anything that might kill yourself. So, okay, you can get on my back. I'll take you across the river. The scorpion gets on the fox's back. And as the fox is getting to the middle of the river, the scorpion bites the fox. The fox, as he's dying, says, why would you bite me? Now we're both going to die. The scorpion said, I had to. I'm a scorpion. That's a real North American Indian parable. And they would teach it to young men to teach them about white people. Brothers and sisters, white people had to vote for Donald Trump. Even if they would die. Even if their farm would close. Because they had to. You understand? They had to hurt them. The thought of hurting black people and hurting Hispanics was so strong that if Donald Trump was going to hurt black people, even they were willing to be. I think this is on a video. I have this in my phone where some white woman said, I'm a Trump supporter, and even if I lose my job, I still want Donald Trump to be president. The reporter said, God damn, even if you lose your job? She said, yeah. If Donald Trump promises to get rid of Mexicans and to make Mexicans hurt and to make Chicago hurt, white people don't care if they got to hurt out because their sense of Schadenfreude, their sense of cruelty is the overwhelming instinct that they have.
That's all they care about.
It's all they care about. Do you have more videos? I think I sent you a couple of these in the week. If I didn't, don't worry about it. Keep going. I'm sorry. We got videos? Go next topic then. I'll do it. Go ahead.
Pulling it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
very dire situation. September's upon us. Harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field. Historically, over the last 5 years, about a third of soybean sales to China would be booked. China amounts to 25% of our total U.S. soybean crop. So that would be 8 or 9% of the whole U.S. crop would normally be on the books with China right now, and we have 0. That is alarming. The economy as a whole is struggling. Inflation has caused our cost of production to rise drastically on every front. Commodity prices, in particular soybeans, are down about 50% from where they were 3 years ago. And our numbers are deeply in the red. And we...
Alawat Panya. Barak. How about
Yabashima Shabrak Thumb Thwada Akim? How y'all making that?
Good to go, sir.
Like that?
Sorry, unless you wanted to say something.
No, please. I jump in with y'all whenever y'all ready.
Kind of one kind. You got it, Akim. Unless we were done, let me know.
Right now, we're in a very dire situation. September's upon us. Harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field. Historically, over the last 5 years, about a third of soybean sales to China would be booked. China amounts to 25% of our total U.S. soybean crop. So that would be 8 or 9% of the whole U.S. crop would normally be on the books with China right now, and we have 0. That is alarming. The farm economy as a whole is struggling. Inflation has caused our cost of production to rise drastically on every front. Commodity prices, in particular soybeans, are down about 50% from where they were 3 years ago. And our numbers are deeply in the red. And we send this letter to President Trump because we've been talking for months about needing to have sales in place, a deal in place, a phase 2 type agreement that has purchase commitments along with a level playing field on trade with no tariffs. And we haven't had anything happen, unfortunately. And our appeal to President Trump and his administration is make soybeans a priority in any trade negotiations that are taking place. Soybeans are the #1 agriculture export to China. And in the last trade war, it was 71% of the losses that we had as American farmers. And they're critical.
If I could, Commander General YAHANNA.
September's a bonus. Harvest is starting in the deep.
All over the place. White people in Nebraska, I have a video, sir, where they were praying to God that the federal government comes and gives them money, and they are begging for the federal government to give them welfare. They're begging for the same money that they denied immigrants and they denied black. And now they're begging for it right now. Because I have another. Can I show you one more, sir?
Please.
Because these videos, I would love to talk to someone who did this, who voted for Trump, knowing that Trump is telling you he is going to destroy your job. And you do it anyway because black people will also be destroyed. Mexicans will also be destroyed. The brothers will pull up a video, sir. What did you want to say, please, sir?
I was just gonna say what was particularly amazing to me at that time in this video was how much confidence and how much connection that he had towards Donald Trump's goals. Like, boy, if black people could have that kind of leadership, like he's sitting on a soybean farm in Arkansas, but he believes that his president, Donald Trump, will shake up the world so that his soybeans get sold.
That's right.
So that he gets food as a boy. That's a lot of confidence in how much power the United States has. Black people and Latino people have never felt that way. They thought they were going to feel that way when Obama got in office. They did not. We have never felt that we had a strong man in charge That's why David was so great. That's why so many others were so great. That's why Yahushua was so great, because you had men of God who were mighty over the people. And because of that, the people loved them. They loved Moses at the end. They talked about Moses at the end. They told Christ, "Are thou better than Moses?"
Mm-hmm.
They cut Christ. Meanwhile, while Moses was there, they hated Moses.
That's
But
right.
they cut Christ, tried to cut Christ on Moses, brother. That's how much love they have and connection they have with their president. We don't know what that's like. That's why we can't understand why they voted for him, because white people understood that they had a man that was going to hate blacks and Latinos and the rest of the world as much as they.
Oh, shit. Sir, you froze. You bring him back. Command General Yahanna, I don't know if you hear us, but you froze just now. Command General Yahanna will be back with us right now. Let's play the video while we're.
I should be back now. You got me?
You good to go?
Yes, sir.
Turn to one come.
Yeah. Most High Christ. I just want to say that they were so. They wanted a strong man that was going to be as racist as they was to everybody. That was going to beat blacks down, beat Latinos down. Remember, for years, boy, oh boy, for years and years, he said about 7 years, every year, they sell all their soybeans to China. So while they sitting up in there hating every nation, every quarter that comes out in their pocket comes from the other nation, yet they hate them to death. And really, they hate blacks and Latinos because they can't make enough money off of them like they doing off the Chinese. That's like they getting that Chinese soybean and they mad that you don't buy and eat them soybeans also. Like they are in a bad place. You can't be an evil racist and you got to be fair.
No sweat. Well, Commander General Yahanna is saying it's so true. He'll be right back with us. Go ahead and play the video. Yes, please.
Members, a bonus harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current.
We got you, sir.
The water. Like this, like it's crazy. It's crazy that they would believe they could hate everybody and still have to eat off of them. Still have to eat from their hand. The Chinese were basically feeding him. And brother, that worry on his face. One white girl said she had already had 2 farmers commit suicide that voted for Trump because their farms were going under. And these, remember now, these are 6th and 7th generations of farmers. We're talking the 1700s. They've been on these farms and farming these farms. And now they the 7th generation are. And now they've come to find out they got not a single soybean to be sold. You understand? But meanwhile, they voted to have nothing go to the Mexican. No immigration, no mercy, nothing. Cut everything. Tear up the government. They voted for all of that. Well, you got it. Now you got it. Now you understand what your cruelty feels like for what you've done to so many people for so many years. Could you imagine how long he was growing them soybeans, what was going on in the earth? All the troubles with slavery, all the troubles with World War I, World War II, Vietnam, through it all he did was grow soybeans. He became an expert at growing. He didn't have to get a college degree. He didn't have to do nothing. All he had to do was grow soybeans and be good at it. And the government made sure his soybeans sold. Well, guess what? They put a genius in the White House.
That's right.
An absolute genius that slapped those tariffs on those different nations. And now he's not getting a single soybean sold. You could tell in his voice he's on the brink because of their racism. And here's what's amazing: the Most High stuff. The Most High is putting their evil hatred in their mouth. And meanwhile, look, so far Donald Trump hasn't helped them at all. But you know what he has done? He rose the budget for ICE bigger than the entire prison budget of the United States.
Commander General YAHANNA, can I up you one?
Please.
The budget for ICE is larger than all but 2 of the militaries on the planet Earth.
Damn.
There's only 2 countries on the planet Earth that have a higher budget for their military than ICE, the ICE agency alone in America. That anyone can Google that, sir.
And they said that Donald Trump, if you join ICE, they will give you $50,000. They will pay off $50,000 of your your student loan if you join ICE. And brother, anybody that joins that is so blind to what's happening in the world. Yeah. And you're gonna have to go in every country that he goes to overthrow because they're fighting for their life. Right now, America's fighting for its life against that Russia and that China and the Korean and all those countries. And of course, the people in charge don't know what the hell they're doing. What did he say when it came to the Israelis? They don't know what the hell they're doing. Come to find out, the American administration doesn't know what the hell they're doing. God. You understand? Like Donald Trump don't understand. These are cats that played the game for many years.
Oh, yeah.
And they backing the United States into a horrible, horrible corner. Like the United States, brother, I mean, that's why they had to get down there to Venezuela.
Right.
Immediately. They couldn't even wait. They couldn't even wait. And they expect more. They want to invade Mexico. Word has it that they want to get into Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of, you're going to get $50,000 in college tuition. You're going to get a whole lot of war. Whole lot of war. All the ex-military, all the tons of cops. It may not even be no more cops left. It may be all military.
That's right.
Well, they all signing off of being a cop and signing on to being an ICE agent for more money.
That's right.
And overtime. He's going to blow the budget wide open to give them everything they want. Why? Because this is all about enslaving the 12 tribes again.
Yes, sir.
They let the experiment run. The other nations came up against them. Now they want to come after them. You said you had another video?
I have one more on the same topic, and then we have the other stories that you wanted to go over.
Let's do it.
Okay. Shalaki, go ahead, play the one with the Edomite woman, white woman. They got another white woman. They went and interviewed her, sir. And this is what she said.
Best day out of all of them.
Oh, the first day. Woohoo! First day.
He said he was going to make America great again, lower prices.
He is. I don't care. Lower prices. Biden, he messed them up for 4 years. It can't take one day. People need to understand that. Prices are going to take a while. I might lose my job because I'm in a federal. I get it. I don't care.
Wait, you might lose your job in the federal job?
Yeah.
Really?
School district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that, with the cut?
I am. If it's for my grandchildren and children, I know it's not going to affect me, but it's going to affect their life, and that's what I care about.
So you work in a school that could lose federal funding, and if you lose your job because that federal funding is gone, you'd be okay with it?
I would. Yes, I would, for the greater good, for America. He's making America great again. He's doing the right thing.
You see, this is exactly why we say you guys are in.
I mean, that's just an amazing thing, sir.
Yeah.
It's like their sense of cruelty is their strongest instinct.
Yes.
Like she knows that Donald Trump is going to
the cult. This woman
is going to fire other people.
Yep.
He's going to make cuts and fire other people. And if I have to be one of those people, good. As long as other people get fired, as long as you hurt and fire people in the federal government, even if I'm one of them, I'll take it. Well, Jesus Christ said, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Now they're getting it. Please, sir.
Like, if I could, General, what you're saying is so right in that the feeling of brutalizing blacks and Latinos in this country is all you need to satisfy these Edomites. Like, he ain't passed no real bills or laws. He didn't fix anything. But as long as it feels like I'm gonna beat up these blacks and Latinos, them Edomites don't even care. They so dumb, they don't even care. And not until they end up like that guy losing their 7th generation soybean farm. Then of course and finally they'll say, whoa, like, you think after 7 generations of selling soybeans, you know who you should put in the White House to help you sell them soybeans. But they so drunken with their hatred that he'll wake up after the fact and lose his family's life farm, 7 generations, and then realize, damn, what a mistake that I made. What a bill of goods. And here's what I don't understand. Nobody is saying to themselves, we are gearing these soldiers up for war.
Right.
Like, boy, all of a sudden, America has a wonderful stomach for war. Like, all of a sudden, it's a let's get it on. Let's turn on the rock and roll. Like when you just came out of a war in Afghanistan and then have no more stomach for war. But when it came to beating up blacks and Latinos, woo, let's go. The greater good. America will be great down the line. When this is a disaster happening before their eyes, they jumping ship left and right. Them Republicans jumping ship left and right. They jumping ship so bad, they getting cyber teams out, putting out comments, making the Edomites look so angry. Same thing they did in Israel. They had cyber cats putting out comments, making the Israelis look so angry at the Palestinians. Meanwhile, the Israelis was marching in the streets by the hundreds of thousands of people. They were marching in the streets. But if you went online, you would think all these Israelis hate the Palestinians. But that wasn't the case. And they're doing the same thing now. You got thousands of comments all over the internet, pro-positive for the actions that's going on. But meanwhile, the people actually are worried as hell. Worried about their economy, worried about all their jobs lost. Right now in America, brother, the job situation is insane. People are walking around halfway like zombies because there are no jobs out here. You can't even get no jobs out here. Some companies have admitted to having hiring sessions for a job they never were going to hire anybody for. You go fill out the application and think you're getting a job. It ain't even no real job waiting for you.
That's right.
Like, that's the nonsense they doing now. This place is crumbling fast. And of course, it's their job to put the spin on it and make it sound like everything is wonderful.
Right.
Your racism and cruelty in America have come home. Have come to your doorstep. You would not give out any subsidies. You won't give out no decent health care. You won't give out nothing decent because you don't want a black or Latino to get it at all. White people will suffer without it, just like she said, just to make sure blacks and Latinos don't get any. You're a selfish beast, because why would you do that to a people? I could see it if it was a freeloading people. But blacks and Latinos work, disgustingly hard to build it. And I ain't just talking slavery. I'm talking even post-slavery.
Damn right.
Even after slavery, blacks and Latinos worked the nubs off to help build this country. And you don't want them to have nothing. Nothing. And then here's what's so evil. You invited all of the Latinos into this country to work for less than your minimum wage, or for farm wages. And now that you're going to go decide to just steal their whole countries, now you want to act like they're just, horrible criminals. They overstayed their visa, they're criminals, run them out the country. When you brought them here and paid them barely enough to feed, I used to deliver to them farms, man. Them people was living in shacks on those farms while the farm season was going on. And they had to get trains back to Mexico. And the conditions was horrible. And you did that. And they suffered that. And now that they done outran their visa, still trying to survive, you mad and want to get rid of them. And mad and want to get rid of them, never counting what you gobbled up from their country.
Right.
Like that don't never get put on the table. While you talking about you want them out the country, what did you take out of their country which makes them unable to function in their country? What did you do then? You understand? And now all of a sudden you want to pretend like you're the narcotics policeman of the whole world. You want to act like, you the big narcotics policeman. North Korea, and I bet you they turn over a ton of dope in all these countries. You think all these countries ain't got dope markets of their own? Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Russia, I don't care which one, China, whatever country it is, all of them have their hand in the drug trade because it's money to be made. So you think China's sitting back and say, oh, we're too high moral to take those $10 billion a year in Chinese drug sales? Is that what you think? How ridiculous could that be? They all have their hand in it. But you, the big narco police, and everybody knows you admitted it in court.
Right.
I mean, destroy blacks and Latinos with a diabolical plan. And arm Iran, who you want to destroy right now. You armed them. Iran got armed on the backs of black and Latinos, and now they got hypersonic weapons. Now they got weapons the Israelis can't shoot down, so they got to drag you into it and have you get into the fight. They got weapons unmatched. You know why? Because of the billions of dollars of weapons you sold them already. When you thought they was going to be a good puppet. When you thought you was going to have good control over them. When you thought they wasn't that serious about their religion. And you felt, oh, no problem. You sold that dope all over the streets of LA. I mean, crack exploded. Crack cocaine exploded in black and Latino neighborhoods. Black and Latinos died left and right, which show you you're a cruel man. Even when it came out, man. It came out, my yacht, huh? It came out that they were doing this. They admitted. They still didn't say, man, we got to do something about this. We got to really stop this. Ronald Reagan's wife's slogan was just say no. Like it ain't our fault. It ain't our fault you got all doped up on this drugs that came out of these secret three-letter agencies. You should have just said no. Why don't you just do that? Evil, man. Evil beyond belief. Go sell your farm, man. Don't worry about it. Them big corporations, they'll gobble up your farm like they gobble up everything else. They give you pennies on the dollar. Move yourself in a nice, comfortable place. You got ICE going now. You ain't got to worry about being robbed and all that. You know what I mean? Let them go and have that farm. You'll get a good factory job or God knows what.
Yeah.
What we have to do every 3 months, 6 months, a year. Scramble our way over to another job. Forget about if you're a black man. A black man in 2025, you better get a vending license or Uber or something, because if you think you're going to be able to work in an office with white people, specifically white men, we're going to hate your guts. Boy, you are good. You are an expert at what you're doing. Because now they want to bring back the days where you begging for everything. That you're begging and groveling like a dog. God. Despite everything you built. Like, they're amazing. They steal everything from you and then expect you to grovel like a dog, like, well, you asking me for what I have. So you should be humble about it. Not you asking me for what you stole from me. You asking me for what I have. How in the hell could a Latino from a Central or South American country be illegal because he overstayed his visa in America when America stole his entire economy? There's only two reasons people leave a country: war and economic destruction.
That's it.
Yep.
Every one of those countries have suffered both. And now it's like, what's wrong with them? They're breaking the law. They should be deported immediately. Trump is doing the right thing. Your cruelty is amazing. And the repercussion, Muhammad quoted a scripture that's frightening. That if anybody that feared the Bible, you'd be frightened when he said that. When he said, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. When you said that, a man would be afraid if he knew better. If he knew better, he would say, hold up before you launch the missiles. Let me think about this for a minute. Right. Hold up before you drag those people in the cages and put them in a prison out in a alligator field. Hold on 1 second. Because whatever I sow here would come back. But you don't respect the Most High. That's why he said in Romans, for this reason have I raised you up. Right, this is going on. This ain't going on because of any great power or anything from America or any of these countries. This is going on because the Lord said, for this reason, I raised thee up. That's why the Lord why we have such a great story in David. Like David looked at Goliath in all his power. David looked at Goliath with that giant sword. David looked at Goliath with the fame that he had and the reputation of bloody murder on other nations. And David looked at him and said, who is this uncircumcised dog? David did not look at his glory and his greatness or his prowess as a soldier as anything important comparing to the weight of the righteousness of the Most High. And brother, that's why we are so hated, because we don't look at it as anything either. And as a result, we know that this prophecy will stand. Nobody can stop this.
That's right.
Nobody can stop it. We can't even stop it.
Damn right.
You can't stop this. This is happening. And it's happening now. By the hand of the Most High.
That's right.
You can't stop it. He decided he want to watch his movie, and Daddy says, shut up in the house. I'm watching a movie, goddammit. I don't want to hear nothing. No interruptions. And that's exactly what's going on right now. There will be no interruptions in this film. Be no interruptions in this movie. You understand? Maybe a popcorn break or two. But basically, this scenario is going down as it should. So, Locke, I yield.
Damn right, Joe. Damn right. So, as you were saying that about the Most High's will going to be done, I was thinking about the scripture. Can I bring it out?
Please. Damn, yo.
Real fast, because the word of the Lord going to happen. So, how Commander YAHANNA bring it out? Why these things are going on? That's why it's very important, everybody. The one, learn who you are. Learn your history and heritage. You understand me? Get into class in the I.S.U.P.K. Learn. And listen, when you come to class, learn how to become somebody different.
Right.
Change your life. Focus on that change, man. Focus. Because the Lord said he's coming. Ain't no doubt. So I got to bring the scripture out. Read for me, out.
Come, sir. Isaiah 55 and verse 11.
Come on.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Like how Commander YAHANNA said. Go ahead.
Come. It shall not return unto me void.
Say it again.
It shall not return unto me void.
Again.
It shall not return unto me void.
Meaning that word not going to come back to the Most High. Boy, it's going to happen. The things he's talking about going to happen. It's going to happen. It's coming to pass. Go ahead.
Come, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
Say it again.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
Let you know the Most High is in control of all this here. It would behoove you, man. Yeah, man. It would behoove you to get in the I.S.U.P.K, get in these classes and learn how to change your life, man. Because the Most High not playing no games. You understand? That's all I want to bring out. So it's like I yield.
And if I could piggyback off of General Haas, and you know, white people like General YAHANNA brought out earlier, they spin things to make it look like it's not so bad. They got these white women on the YouTube getting famous now, teaching other white people how to live off of $1 a day or $10 a day. and showing no animosity toward Trump or nothing. They just, we gonna tighten our belts and we gonna live. This is how you do it. And they love watching them chase our Hispanic brothers and sisters down on the streets and arresting all the innocent was. The whole thing was supposed to be about finding these criminals. Oh, MS-13, the cartel, the criminals. When they said they arrested Hispanic nannies, locking them up and sending them out the goddamn country. Hispanic nannies, and these white people, they putting on a good face. Oh, for $1 a day, you can do this, you can do this. White people don't know how to suffer. They don't know how to suffer. That's why Judah Muhammad brought out earlier. The farmers is committing suicide now. That's only gonna go for a little while, but the Most High, He know what He doing. These white people, they're gonna try. Trump, he's gonna still be there for us as long as he's getting rid of these Hispanics and these immigrants and all these other people. Everything they do to us, the Most High spin it on them. And like Haas just brought out, the Most High word said they are going to fall hard for what they did to us, and that's money in the bank. His word don't come back void. So they could play it off all they want. They could spin it all they want. They could act like they all for crime all they want. This place is going down. There's already cracks in the scene. Cracks is everywhere in this government, man. They fighting each other, getting mad. Now the Republicans want to get Trump on the damn Epstein. They trying to break this thing, but they just can't come out boldly against him because he got so much power right now. I yield, sir.
David.
Sir,
Go ahead, Muhammad. Go ahead.
It's just an amazing thing to me when I think about. Sometimes I watch videos, sir, where white Republicans and white farmers and rural people, they get such an excitement when Donald Trump was talking about making cuts. You ever hear him say that, sir? When they going to make cuts and lay off people. And I used to watch TV going, what excites them so much about people getting fired? And they would just get so excited about it. Remember Elon Musk? Elon Musk came out on stage with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to make cuts. I'm going to fire these people. I'm going to fire them. And I remember, sir, being just stunned on the kind of erection that white people got from thinking of firing people.
Yeah.
From like someone getting fired and cutting the government. Let's make cuts. White people got so excited about that. Now white farmers are going to lose their farms because they voted for Donald Trump because they loved his racism more than loved their grandfather's farm.
Right.
And it is even more ridiculous to me, sir, that white farmers did not understand that you reap what you sow.
Yes.
That's extremely ironic, sir.
Yes, like Muhammad, if I could, Salakia, like they okay, and boy, oh boy, we better learn the language of white people. Those white farmers knew that when they were talking cuts, they were not talking about white cuts.
There you go.
They were like cuts, but they weren't. The population knew, or at least they believed, that was not us.
That's right.
The cuts they want Puff Daddy off of the videos.
There you go.
They want Cardi B to stop shaking her ass.
Right.
You understand? They want, they want black churches to be burned down.
That's
and
right.
the money confiscated.
That's
You
right.
understand? They want you groveling.
Yeah.
And that's what they thought this was all gonna be. They thought it was gonna be lock up the Latinos, put them out, put blacks in jail, bring their economy down, while white people rise and glow. Yeah. Brother, in the beginning, you should have saw in the beginning. I'd go into the Whole Foods, and white people would have their pressed shorts and t-shirts on. They're looking like they coming from a tennis match. They were so clean and just enjoying their whiteness and their whole white supremacy-ness. And then shortly after that, the tide turned. When they start seeing these soldiers coming up all in the streets, when they start seeing the reminiscence of Nazi Germany, they said, oh my God, we made a mistake. And now they in limbo now. They in limbo because they realized that it was all a hustle to take over the country and all. Remember, they was trying to stop the deep state.
That's right.
Well, the deep state talking about now your phone gonna be your registration under his administration. The deep state talking about locking down everything. You know what I'm saying? Programmable cars and smart TVs and smart what they call electric meters and all that. And ain't none of that getting slowed down. So what they was hoping for.
Get away your guns.
Yep. He even talked about the guns. That's right. And listen, and got up and said, I'm for taking the guns first.
That's what he said.
We can go to court.
Yeah.
So everything they voted for that they thought was going to them, he took theirs as well as ours. And so now the place is being really, they couldn't come out and just tell white America, look, we got to tighten our belts because this Brexit is coming online and they talking about dividing up the wealth of the earth and cutting us out of half of the wealth of the earth. And that would mean our economy would sink in the ground. You understand? So what did they do? Do what they do best. We'll beat up on blacks and Latinos. And I ain't even too sure that's what if he's got even a full agenda of it. I ain't too sure if what he's going to do is take them ICE agents, put a few of them out on the streets and take the rest of them, brother, and go conquering around the world to get his money back. Because if he doesn't, those nations will come together under the BRICS and severely damage the economy. So he is desperately, the empire is in a desperate state right now. And the other nations are fighting tooth and nail to hold him off long enough to break out with their own economy, which means the end of America. America doesn't make anything. And believe you me, he's planning on us, blacks and Latinos and Native Indians. He's planning on us to be the labor. He's planning on us to be the one that makes the new cell phones, not China. Planning on us to do all the labor, not the other nation. Instead of buying fruits and vegetables from other nations, he'll just overthrow those nations and deport brothers and sisters out there and then make them work out of there. And then white people can live in America and never see the dirt that they commit. They want it to be where white people are in America and they in utopia. That's what happened with the German people. While the Nazis were putting those so-called Jews in concentration camps and killing them with gas, the rest of the German people were saying, oh, we don't believe that. He's not doing that. Until the United States invaded the country and they found out that, yeah, he was doing all that and much, much more. Much, much more. Like you're going to find out, people are going to find out exactly why we use the term, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You ain't going to be no mystery after a minute.
Hell no.
So, Lockie, I yield.
If I could, we should go to the next story, sir.
Please, let's do it.
Want to do Epstein, Trump's notes to Epstein?
Oh, most definitely.
No sweat. We have that, sir, if I could. This happened today, Haas. I don't know if you heard it. But USA Today, you would say something, sir?
No. I was
just tell you the story if you wanted, sir. USA Today came out with a story today, Haas, where they confirmed a letter written by Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein with the body of a naked girl with underdeveloped breasts, which USA is saying is because this is a child. This is a young girl.
Wow.
And his signature is where the pubic hair should be. Here's a picture right up on the screen. If you want, sir, we can ask Yediah to read the letter. This is a conversation written between Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, signed by Donald Trump. USA Today has confirmed that this is in the records that the Senate just released in the Epstein files. This comes from the Senate.
Let me
sir, go ahead.
I just want to help you out. There are no Epstein files, remember?
I forgot. I'm sorry. Epstein who? Who is that?
That's why that Italian, what's his name? Bonjoni? What's his name, man? I keep forgetting that he's the assistant director I think of the FBI now.
That sounded right.
Bongino. Bongino, you got to do your job.
I'm telling you.
Like once again, now is it all this deep state? We end in the deep state. We're gonna clean up Washington. Blah 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 blah. Bongino is not going to step in and bring charges. He saw the files himself.
That's it.
Come on.
So, sir, if we could, so Yediah could read the thing. I can't see it from here.
Yeah, go ahead, Yediah. Let's read it. I don't think none of us could read it. He could just keep it on us and read it.
Go ahead, Yediah. Just put it up on the screen and read it, please.
Khan, sir. It says, this is Donald Trump.
What line are you starting at? The top?
Top line, sir.
Start at the neck.
Voiceover.
Voiceover. Go ahead.
Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything.
Damn, what a man. Wait a minute, did he say that or Epstein?
Yeah, who said that?
Donald Trump said that.
He said it must be more to life than having everything. Let me tell you something. This is why rich people are such horrible humans. Because what rich people don't understand is that your wealth is to help the poor. That's the point. Like once you got everything in the world, this is something need to be told to Will Smith also. Once you got everything, the one thing you can't never have enough of is charity to other people.
Give him a hand.
You understand? Like they get so much that they lose their humanity because life becomes boring. First of all, life is only good unless it's a pursuit of a higher level.
Damn, give him a hat.
That's right.
Like without that, life is just, it doesn't exist. But now once you've accomplished all those things, you can't accomplish them no more. So what happens to you? If you don't learn the great lesson that rich men in the ancient world learned, that now that you've gotten everything, your new job by God in the earth is to now help the poor. That's why these white people do it on radio shows. They'll go give a poor black woman a house from Humanities, a habitat. Or they'll go give away, they'll have a whole shopping spree. You got 30 seconds, put as much groceries in your cart as you can. They make funds and games with it because they make money off of it. But the truth is, if you're wealthy, that's your job. And you're about to see how important your job is when it comes to your people in this suffering. If you Tyler Perry, you have everything. You have all the cars and boats and houses and planes and everything you could ever want. You've done every wicked thing on the face of the earth. You've done all. What do you have left? What you have left is easing the pain and the life of those that do not. Like that's your currency now. Your currency is that you take this money and somebody who otherwise would never have it, their life changes. That's your job. And only a sensitive, selfish, brutal human would not walk down that path naturally. You'd walk down that path naturally. You'd give away, like, remember when Mike Tyson gave away that Rolls Royce to that brother? Mike Tyson just gave him that Rolls Royce. And the people was like, what is he doing? His agents were like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Mike Tyson began to understand something, that there was something greater in life than just all my accumulation. I got it all. But now, I can let you enjoy what is no longer that big a deal to me. If I got 10 Rolls Royces, it's not a big deal to give away one. But to the person that you give one away to, it might mean everything. It might mean everything for his whole neighborhood, his whole family in terms of wealth. That's your job. So, like, I didn't mean to divert so much. And these fools here, they don't get it. Go ahead, Yediah. I apologize. I didn't mean to run on.
Yediah, you got it.
Khan, sir. Jeffrey Epstein responds, Jesus. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is.
Dang. He said it was more, something more than having everything. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead, up.
Khan. Trump responds, nor will I, since I know what it is. Epstein says, we have certain things in common. Jeffrey says, yes, we do. Come to think of it. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Donald J. Trump.
Some nasty business.
I'm gonna hit you with something. I'm not sure if they talking about sex. Okay, I don't now listen, let me disclaimer. I don't know what they're talking about. But okay, if I were to guess, okay, this sounds very much like somebody who enjoys taking somebody's life.
I know that this letter gives me chills, like it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
It's something Pulp Fiction leather mask tied up in a box. like there's some poor man tied up in a box with a red ball in his mouth. Like this, that letter was chilling. It was something very chilling about it. So I certainly understand what you're saying, sir.
Like,
I read the definition of enigma.
Please,
Enigma, a person or thing that is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand.
You know, it reminds me too to give y'all a movie reference. Well, one, Pulp Fiction. Right. If you've seen that, you know what else it reminds me of as a movie reference is that movie where those rich white men had to hunt a human with
yes.
ISIS. Right? That's an old movie. The young brothers, you know what I'm talking about.
Forgot about that movie.
It was that movie.
I think they was hunting Ice-T.
They were hunting Ice-T, sir. Like it was like it's chilling. Like this letter is chilling. It's something blood curdling about whatever they're talking about. It's chilling. That's all I can tell you.
Listen, remember, these are billionaires. They ain't scared to say anything.
Right.
But for them to being all mysterious about it and concerned about it, it's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, like a hunting trip where they hunt man or hunt people every year, and they don't talk about it. And this thing they do is bigger than this feeling they get from unaliving someone is bigger than money. It's like more important than having everything. I certainly get what you're saying, sir. I don't know what it's talking about either, but I know it's blood chilling.
Yeah.
Talking about gives me a blood curdling feeling about what they might be talking about.
And that to them, it's like the next level. You know, Muhammad, you showed that video where them Edomites go hunting. I forget what it's called. And they shoot that big deer, the main one. And then they videotaping him after. And he's shaking like, I did it. Oh my God, I can't stop shaking. It's like the fulfillment of getting that steed with the horns, giant. And they shaking and telling how it feels and slobbing at the mouth. Like that, like the next level from that is hunting us.
Yeah.
Are you?
And remember now, we ain't talking about a hunter that's starving.
No.
Or a hunter that got to bring this meat back to his village.
No.
We're talking about a hunter that's doing this for sport.
Yes, sir.
And why is he in such a frenzy for sport?
Yes.
Unless killing is a great passion for him.
Right.
Like the Lord said, this would be a nation of a fierce continent.
Right.
I yield.
I mean, it's hard.
Sir, that movie called The Purge. The movie called The Purge is just this right here. So they got one day out of the year where they can go kill with no repercussions. And they probably kill who they want to kill and how they want to do it. And they go hunt you down.
For sure, according to the letter, he's talking about something that is not a possession.
No.
Not a possession, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
That is greater than a possession, and that is terrifying. Like that's
Yeah.
something that they're doing that the Lord got to see, and we need his help.
Yeah.
We need the Lord's help.
Yeah,
Whatever
right,
these rich people are doing, we better ask the Most High and earn the Most High's help. So
Right. And if I could add to what you're saying, Muhammad, which is so heavy, is here's the other frightening side. And I hope this is not the case. But if him and Epstein and others was all sitting around, you know, salivating on the idea of killing people, then that might also explain how you could put all these people in a cage in a, you know, prison in an alligator swamp.
That's right.
Why you can be so thoughtless and have babies snatched out of their mother's hands, break up families, kill indiscriminately. Like you reading from the playbooks of, you know, Mao Zedong and, you know, and the rest of them out there who went out and, you know, just killed relentlessly. I mean, some of these Edomite leaders killed 4-5 million people. It wasn't just Hitler. Hitler wasn't the only one. There was plenty of them. And it wasn't just Edomites either. There are tons of leaders that went out and killed, you know, relentlessly for their goals and ambitions in the earth. And that's what has gone on in the earth now. And that's why the only people that could ever be under are the Lord's chosen people. And it's not those people in the Middle East. The Lord's chosen people, that's a different people. And that's these 12 tribes of Israel, man, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. That's the only way we get up out of here, man. We turn back to the Lord and get ready to bounce up out of here. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Captain Makad Abraham down there in the Bahamas, getting it on, something special, man, helping the brothers out there. Once again, when you have it all, then you turn to helping people. And that's exactly what these brothers do without having it all. So big shout out to him out there in the Bahamas. Also, once again, I don't know if we got to it, but big shout out to Captain Tazaria. Threw a hell of a cookout last week in New York City. I mean, it was a rare, it was one of his rares. It was one of his best. They're all good. But this one, the park was beautiful. The people was wonderful.
That's right.
It was just an amazing event. So big shout out to him and all the brothers in New York, because they all work together in that hard harmony, man, to do what they get. Big shout out to Zaniyah and all the rest of them. Kadazab, man, Shemawala and all the rest of them hitters out there in New York. You know, Hazahab and all of them doing what they do. So big shout out to him. That's all I wanted to say, y'all. Unless you want to close it out, we after 11. So I figure y'all ready to roll.
Count on one concern.
Join us Wednesday and Saturday. We got Saturday up in there, y'all. Right. Join us Wednesday and Saturday, man. We going live 3 times a week with all the madness going on, man. Big heavy hitters up in the building with me tonight, as usual. General Muhammad, General Micah Allah, General Hazayan, doing it up right. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer Mathumyad, man. Hell of a team. Dedicated soldiers, man, committed to the work. They've been doing this a good long time, man, holding us down, making sure this holy word of the Lord goes out. Pay your tithes. You know I'm coming with it. Pay your tithes. Support this truth. I.S.U.P.K.com. Get up on it, man. We're going to get ready to start rolling on the Passover. We'll be looking at the budgets and reports. You know, we'll be looking for your help, man, your support. Hey, I'm Commander General YAHANNA, man. Brotherhood is a weapon. You will see that weapon in full effect real soon, man. Keep your spirit up, y'all. See y'all next time live on the UPK. Shalom.
Damn right, you know.
Damn right.